Coach, thanks. As mentioned, we are on the North Shore of Pittsburgh. It's sold out Heinz Field in the Steel City. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Giants and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is taken at the 3. A little juke. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Set, 180. Hey, alert.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Cut. 20. 2 for 1. 2 for 1. 10. Under 10. Average roll. Hey, kill. Tighten up.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
And that's frustrating for a defense because they've got them pinned down deep. And on the first play, they gave up a run that keeps an offense on schedule.
Yeah, because 3 to 4 yards, that's all you're looking for right there, right?
That's absolutely perfect, really, as a play call. You get 3 to 4 yards on 1st down. That's what they talk about us all the time, about being ahead of the chains or on target, ahead of schedule. They were after that run.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for him. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
I'm coming after you. Mike 8. I got you, boy. Mike 8. Come on. 12. Check 4.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. Well, we thought these two defenses, they might come to play. One has already come to play here. A safety for the opening points of the game.
Brandon, let's file this play away because if it turns out to be a tight game, who knows? This could wind up being the difference.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag. But you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Here's Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Recon, 132 fighter.
From the 41, Mayfield. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bradley Chubb in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he's going to go down again. Devin White, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
Hold on. Check. You got 4. 80 weapon. 2. Watch 2.
Here's Gall. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Dayon Buchanan. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Watch the twitch. Hey, alert 33.
Running right, Jones. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Ronald Jones with touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. The point after is good, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Check three. General West.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. After one, it's 9-0. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
Come on. Whirling.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. D.D. Westbrook, his 9th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to 2. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number one path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
On second down, it's Jones. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, it's Jones, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real. And it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Jones. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Cook running right. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They did a really nice job there defensively. They strung the play out, didn't give him a cutback lane. On each play, you have guys what I call our BCR players. Guys are responsible for the bootleg, for the cutback, and for the reverse. They played that one perfectly.
And rode him right out of bounds. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go.
This is Jones. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A run there on first down and a pretty good one of 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 5 yards on the carry, good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll try to throw here. Mayfield, he's got the first down inside the 10. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hey, alert!
They'll try again with Jones. And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Check 52.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And the kick by Butker is good. And that will push the lead up to 12-7. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Give them a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, and it's third down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
He used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Back to the air. Goff on second down. Benjamin's got it. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Shell. Mike 8. I'm scared. Patch it. Brickstone, Travis. Listen. Hey, Charlie.
On first down, here's Freedom. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. From just shy of midfield, Goff completes it to Benjamin. 16 yards, a first down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Super 66.
Here's Goff. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Now the Steelers use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Value 3. Go. 76. Tell him. 76.
Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Well, they've already allowed 3 sacks in this first half, now a holding penalty.
So I think drastic measures had to be taken, right? The regular way was not working. He was getting hit almost every snap, it felt like. They had to try and keep him upright.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
We got 3 down. Turbo's up.
Call. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
Incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 20.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
12.
The final shot before break here. Goff. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by David Amerson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll head down to Orlando. That's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They run again with Breida. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Goff on 3rd down. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. This is taken at the 23. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Giants. Ronald Jones becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. He's turning in a heck of a game. He's creeping up towards 200 yards, a pair of touchdowns now to go along with it.
There's so many things we can talk about in his game because we're seeing it all from him. But I love his vision. He's seeing the holes develop. He's seeing holes develop before they actually open. He's making sure he's getting to the right places, very decisive in his cuts. But his vision has been the key to all these big runs in this game.
And on that last long run, we got a pretty good look at his speed as well. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dante Fowler in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go.
Drop deep, Mike 8. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work. Check. Value 1.
There's Goff. He completes it to Westbrook. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
16 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Lift. Hey, high 7.
Now Goff. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and And he's brought down. Rashawn Gary in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed.
Super toe.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Come on, let's go. Hey, alert 33. 51, Mike 51.
Mayfield to throw it. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 17 yards and a Giant first down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. I got it.
Mayfield on first down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Hey, let's go. Here we go. Set.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Set. 180. 51. Go. You go tight. You got tight right there. 6 yards.
And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Check, crunch, crunch, crunch. 12. Check, check, lucky, lucky, lucky. Good. Here we go, folks, here we go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Dante Fowler in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. After the sack, here's 2nd and 11. Goff now looks to throw. Benjamin with it over the middle. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 37.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's good for us Steelers.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
17. 17. 4 down. My game. Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
From the gun, here's Goff. He's got the hook up with Conley. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Like what? 180. Watch tight end. Tight right.
Now Goff on 1st down. This is the tight end Fant. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
It's now 3rd down and 4.
Out of the gun. Goff. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Chris Conley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
13 yards, good for a Giant 1st down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones. Give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down now, it's Jones. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. That's complete to Meredith. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. Here's Mayfield. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. On the ground, it's Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down. Again, it's Cook. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 8 yards, first down as they're able to convert. First down, here's the run with Cook. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. They'll roll him out right. That'll be complete to Cook. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. Now Jones. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. All you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is first guy.
And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people
nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Go tonight, 180. Tight end left, 4 there, alert. Hey, motion backfield. Super 1.
Goff throwing again. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 7. They'll run it with Jones. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining. And the Giants send out their punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. That's taken on the 25. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And that will write a finish to this ball game. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
After the penalty, it's Jones.